your pants.
No, this one winter.
I have a bad one.
We had
too,
yellow
actually.
jackets in like our siding or whatever.
Oh no.
And you're right. It wasn't my pants.
Yeah.
So I went to put my pajama pants on.
No. I hate these stories.
No.
I sat down and I got stung right on my left butt cheek.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
I got it. Welcome back to another episode of the Little Granny Bryce podcast. We're in a little bit of a different setting here today at the Federicis house without the Federicis. We're gonna make it work though. So first thing that I should probably do is introduce the members of the group we have today. We have Mr. Ryan Miller.
How's it
And
going?
Miss Audra Miller. Makayla, who I've talked about I think on the podcast before, and Mr. Andrew Bates.
Yay!
AJ.
You gotta make sure that you talk into the mic.
I don't have a mic.
We're gonna make it work, all right?
Okay.
Something interesting to start off on actually is the dynamic of this group. I mean, it feels like we've only been what we would say like we went from like probably acquaintances, right, at Wendy's, and then we introduced ourselves to.
I just got here
right.
recently.
That's what I mean. It feels
It's
like
all because of Allie, and she's not even here.
the glue between us was the Federicis, I guess.
And then they just left, and now we're all friends.
And we make it work the best we can. AJ, you got an interesting story that you want to tell, don't you?
About what?
Oh, you know.
The boba today?
I love how you just knew. Oh, the boba today?
I wanted to see if you knew without me saying that you knew.
Tell the story, AJ.
Please tell the story, AJ.
It's not much of a story.
Yeah,
It is.
It's just more.
It's the best story.
I was drinking boba bubble tea, and those little bobas, every time I drank it shot in the back of my throat, and I probably choked about 4 or 5 times on them.
4 or 5 times times 20.
No.
In the 15-minute drive home.
Joked about that many times.
The lesson
True.
here being
I'm done with boba.
The lesson here being, if you've never had boba, go get boba.
But
But
I warn
be
ya.
careful.
Thank you.
and they also
When
have
drinking
those. What was your face on, Audra? What is that? That's they have those sitting in the.
The 40 under 40.
You're right. When you walk in on the left side, they have.
Yeah, there was
Audra
a
Miller's
rock
face.
on my face,
Yeah.
holding the papers down.
Nice.
It was good. It was a good
Spectacular.
time.
Absolutely spectacular place. I had the Cookie Monster whole milk tapioca.
I was really
Full-
surprised when you got tapioca,
Bubble
Bryce.
tea.
Yeah. I had that, and it was actually really good. I would recommend that, except for maybe not so many
Less of the
tapioca
pearls.
balls.
Well, what was funny was she was like, "Do you want popping boba?" And I was like, "Bryce wants popping boba." And then he was like, "I'll have the tapioca." And I was like, I don't know if he's gonna like this.
I gotta be honest, I didn't hear what the second option was.
That's what AJ got. Chocolate popping boba.
I got yogurt.
I have a tendency to go with the option that I hear better, which I feel like I do on a lot of things actually. If I don't hear the second option, I'll just go with the first
just go
one.
with the first one?
I don't ask for a hey, can you repeat that for me?
Yeah.
I'm
That's what
back.
I
Just go
did.
for
Today
it.
at Dollar General, the guy said my card was out of money, and I didn't know. I was like, oh, okay. And I waited there a second. And then I was like, oh, it's out of money. And he was like, yeah. And I gave him the other one.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not
just
just
pure, it's just pure panic.
I'm pretty sure I did say thank you to him.
you got to find the sweet spot. It's annoying.
AJ's trying to plug in his head.
Yeah.
I can
Thanks,
tell.
Kayla.
I've told this story
I
100
didn't do
times in this
anything. I just wanted
podcast,
to
but I can
hold
tell it
the-
again.
I almost called this a remote.
So
Bryce, I'll bring you some.
So I bought this whole setup, and
This giddy
I
up.
thought it'd be great. And there were these little plastic connector things in the packaging, and I was like, "Oh man, what are these even for?
Did you
I
throw
don't
them
need-
out?
I don't need these."
Oh.
Out. They ended up being the most vital part of the podcast. Was what keeps your headphones together. and every podcast since, if you if you pay attention carefully enough, you'll just see like everybody's like messing with it the whole time because it's
Trying
like
to keep
in
it
and
in.
out.
Yeah,
That's what happens with our in-ears.
Yeah.
Like,
You
they
okay?
just fall apart now because they're old.
And I don't even know what to like. If I went to go buy more, I wouldn't even know what to search up. Like,
connectors for whatever brand.
They're like
of headphone.
headset, plastic piece. They're probably like a cent or less.
Yeah.
And they just literally connect it. And I thought it was part of the packaging or something. I was like, oh, I'm getting.
When did you
might-
throw them away?
I did throw them
Just
away.
right when you got them.
Like months ago.
Oh, I was gonna say. Go
If you want,
if
if your recommendation was dumpster diving, I got.
that could
that's
still
long
be
gone.
You're
fun.
out of luck.
Yeah.
Could still be a fun time.
I
That
wonder
would
if
be.
you could just find them on Amazon. If you just looked up like Zoom
Yeah.
headphone connector.
Just buy the whole new setup.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Just be like, hey,
4
Zoom?
new sets of headphones.
I need connectors again. Is it under warranty or something?
You might be able.
Do you get it?
Maybe.
Did you get it?
AJ's struggling.
AJ really is struggling.
Face
He won't
me.
let me hold the microphone.
You guys got to share.
Michaela's
Okay.
like, yay!
You got to pull it out a little bit. Just.
There you go.
Testing.
Just out a little
Move
bit.
it side to side too, like.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
Sorry
actually?
about that.
Can you actually hear?
No,
Okay.
not anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Twist it.
Just pull it down just a little bit, just a tiny bit, just a real bit.
Just a
little
tad.
tiny. You gotta have soft hands,
I
AJ.
have to restart, Bryce.
No, we don't have to restart. It's part of the podcast. You know, we're having a conversation.
Can you hear me?
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's all good. It's part of the process. We're all just friends down in the bed's basement.
We should have these at Wendy's.
Watching their dog.
Yeah.
Loki, man.
Yeah.
He's sleepy.
You tired? He's like, can you guys please go to bed?
Loki is
I'm ready to go up to the big bed.
1 year old right now.
1.5.
Right? We were just talking about
Almost 2.
he was a COVID quarantine dog, so he feels the
He doesn't know how to be alone.
He's never alone. Yeah.
the separation anxiety is immense for this man.
He just raised one eyebrow.
You talking to me?
Bryce, are you talking about me?
Aw,
Yeah,
poor
Loki, we love you.
We love you other than your high pitched bark.
It was funny.
Bro, his bark is so annoying.
Oh yeah.
I got a funny little story on. I told my parents, I was like, yeah, tonight we're doing this. I gave them kind of the rundown because they feel they need to know. But anyway, and then I said, and we're going over to watch Loki. And my dad was like, Loki? And then my mom said, yeah, like the Avengers show. It just came out on
my
Disney.
mom was so lost. Like, anytime this week, I would be like, yeah, we're going over to the feds to watch Loki. And she's like, why are you going over there to watch Loki? I was like, the dog.
Yeah,
We're
it's
watching Loki the dog.
Yeah.
Colin literally asked
The
me if I
dog
was
was-
watching a TV show. I'm like,
Yeah.
do you think I've ever seen any Marvel movie? Because I haven't. I know who the Hulk is, and I don't even know if that's Marvel. So
It is.
It
It
is.
is Marvel.
Good job,
Good
Michaela.
work.
thank you very
That's what
much.
we should do on the podcast. Have Makayla name Marvel characters.
Yeah.
Bet.
That'd be
Dang.
I
Do you
know.
a great
AJ,
time.
do you watch the Marvel movies?
Oh, I
On
do
and
not-
off?
No, I want to though. I have.
You haven't ever?
It's definitely a
None
good
of them?
series.
It's
could
an
probably name,
experience.
I've seen Black Panther.
That's a
Oh,
good
Yeah.
one.
yeah, okay.
That's actually
That was-
one of the better ones,
I like
I would
that
say.
one.
Iron
Yeah.
Man is the best one.
See,
Period.
I had a
The
problem. The only problem I had with Iron Man is that it seemed, you know how, well, okay, so looking back on it, RDJ is kind of more of
The
like
best
a little bit more of a comedic
ever.
character, if that makes sense.
True.
But I felt like in the first one, he was a little bit too like, oh shit, you gotta be kidding me. It just felt, the movie felt extremely like serious, which
Yeah.
which didn't really fit him
Yeah.
as an actor, but we didn't know.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love Robert Downey.
But
Jr.
even the
I think he even made it kind of goofy. Like I think it was more the script that was serious.
Serious?
And
Yeah.
I think he kind of took it in a more comedic route
Yeah.
than it was, but it was still more serious.
Or even the scene at the end where he's hovering, he's like hanging
love
on for
that
dear
scene.
life, and
Yeah.
over the arc reactor, and then Pepper's like, "You'll die." I'm just like,
That's a
Yeah.
good scene, right?
it is a good
Great
scene,
scene.
but
Yeah.
looking
It is
back on it
amazing
as somebody who's watched the
All of
rest of the
them,
series
yeah.
over and over and over again, and you got him like cracking jokes like in
Spoiler
the-
alert.
I wasn't
Earth
gonna
is
spoil it.
closed today.
You know what I mean? Yeah, in
Yeah.
face of danger compared to
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It was a really
Yeah,
good movie
you're
initially, but then if you go back and watch it, I feel
again,
like it's
yeah.
like not as good.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that. Yeah, you're right.
I was like, yeah, I mean, it's still, and then Iron Man 2 was
Terrible.
kind of a monstrosity.
Yeah, it
was
was
awful.
not the best.
Yeah.
I just like the kid in Iron Man 3. That was so adorable.
Yeah. And then he comes back for
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say
Yeah,
that.
we know.
There was a lot of people like in the theaters that were like, "Oh,"
This? Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my god."
It's so sad. They're just vibing.
I know who the Hulk is.
Yeah. I watched
I'm proud of you.
I watched a TikTok of like the guy who was like flashback to when Infinity War came out, and then it was like him like in the theater, and then with the music playing, and then it shows him like in the bathroom just looking at the mirror in silence. And I was like, I remember like when we got out of the theater for Infinity War, everybody was dead.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody
I didn't
said
get to
Nobody said a
watch
word.
any of them in theaters, and I'm
anything.
so
And it was
sad.
kind
We
of
were
crazy.
shocked.
I gotta be honest. I don't think that I've ever been to a movie where that's happened before.
No.
Where everyone left, and it was literally
in
like,
silence. Usually people just clap.
and you hear like even when you're like walking down the ramp again, you hear behind you it's like,
Yeah.
and you're just like,
Just nothing, just the
dude.
music.
dude, this is like
Yeah,
the third
I
time
remember
I've done
coming
this
out.
already.
My jaw was just dropped for like,
Yeah.
The whole walk.
yeah.
I think there was one guy like behind me. He's like, "Is that it?" Like he whispered, he whispered over
Is
to
it
like
really over?
his little kid or something. He's like, "Was that it, Dad?" He's like, "Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we gotta wait a year."
Oh,
We can switch the topic so you guys feel more involved.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Podcasting is an art.
It's fun.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
yeah.
Just get to talk.
Maybe I'll just do this for the rest of my life.
Hey, this is off topic though, right?
You go ahead.
So, if you had to pick a favorite movie, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not Marvel for you three,
Okay.
Okay.
what would it be?
Inception.
I was just about to say Inception.
That's pretty good. I really like.
Or any Disney movie.
I really like the I think Forrest Gump's really good.
I haven't seen that.
The Notebook.
Haven't seen Forrest Gump.
I've seen like snippets here and there.
Tom
I haven't
Hanks
seen
is just
Forrest
amazing
Gump.
actor. Castaway is really good.
I've seen that one.
Tom Hanks is just really
Castaway.
the wholesome movies.
Castaway.
But
AJ, what would be? Oh, did Bryce not answer yet?
Movie.
Mine would be The Notebook, 110%. When I'm watching a movie,
Bryce.
I'm watching it to cry.
That movie was way too.
That's what I mean.
long.
You kind of hit different when you're going to watch a movie. What all of us have our
Your go-to.
own, yeah,
don't
like
go to
kind
cry.
of like genre of like
Oh, I
what we
always
define
go
as
to
best. So like for you, it wouldn't be an adventure movie that you would pick.
Not at all.
Yeah.
What was yours?
What's
AJ?
yours, AJ?
I'm so sorry.
One second, he can't hear
That
himself.
keeps happening.
I can tell you've been pondering this for a while.
Maybe 5 feet apart too.
I'm expecting a good.
Is that the
How's
one
your
with
movie?
Cole Sprouse?
Yeah.
And Justin
yeah.
It came out before its time because like COVID happened like a year after it, but then it was like 6 feet apart.
I
so
never
it really-
saw. I never watched that one.
That's the only movie
He's got-
I
he's
went
got
to a
some-
theater in the past probably 5 years.
To give
Yeah.
context, it's about somebody with it's the
Cystic
couple with the
fibrosis.
terminal disease or something.
Cystic fibrosis.
It can't be anybody. There's nobody. We're not expecting anybody. Right?
So Bryce, what was your answer?
I'm trying to think of
Loki.
other like good Tom Hanks movies.
No, I'm big into Liam Neeson movies.
Yeah, Liam Neeson's real
Ooh,
good.
Yeah.
So I
Taken.
watched Nonstop the other night.
Mhm.
That was pretty good. But
Loki's free.
See, I really liked The Extraction
Alright,
too.
go check on
Did you see The Extraction on Netflix?
No.
It's a really good movie. Chris Hemsworth.
I had,
No,
like, a lot
I
of
didn't
good
see it
movies.
either, but I heard that it was very good.
It's very good. It's very brutal and very real.
Ryan's going to walk Loki up the stairs because he's losing it.
That's fine. Just take a little break.
Is anyone here?
I really enjoyed
They didn't hear the thing go off.
Ryan, you should lock the door.
Yeah.
Because we're all just chilling in here. Hey, Leah will text us when she's here.
Yeah.
You don't have to lock the front.
Lock
I feel
up.
like we'd hear that one. But like maybe the mudroom.
Mid podcast.
Locked
The mudroom, probably. I know, we're just
locked down, Bryce. Come on. But
Your favorite movie? That's such a hard question. I answer.
all right,
I really
I'll go
liked
around again. Actually,
1917.
just to you.
Did you
That-
see
yeah, that was
1917?
great.
That was
Yes.
a great movie.
I did
Great
see
movie.
We got Audra to
1917.
watch that.
Me and Agent Ricky watched it.
Dude, it turned the film industry on its head.
True.
Everybody
The
just
filmmaking in that was insane.
Yeah, it is
I-
kind of nutty.
Hands down.
Dude, it was the realest movie you'll probably ever watch ever in your life.
Yeah, and like out of the war movies too, though.
Saving Private Ryan's really good. Another Tom
I-
Hanks.
I haven't watched that one.
Oh man, AJ, go back
Bryce is
home.
disappointed.
No, because like Tom Hanks is like arguably the best actor of all time, next to like Morgan Freeman.
Next to Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler's good.
I do watch a lot of Adam
Okay.
Sandler movies.
And Will Ferrell.
Listen to this.
Well, Ferrell's
okay, but
good,
Adam
too.
Sandler directs his own movies. He literally just gets to play himself. I saw this
True.
on TikTok. This is not original.
I saw
content.
this too. I know.
Yeah, but he literally just gets to play himself, finds the hottest girl, makes her
it
the
his-
love
yeah,
interest,
his
gets
wife
to
or
make
whatever.
out with her during the whole movie,
Has
and then
all
he
of his
invites
friends.
all of his friends, and they all just partied up, and it's always in like
That's-
Malibu or like somewhere
that
like
is
that.
the only problem I have. I feel like a lot of the movies slip into one another.
Oh, they're all
And-
the
Oh yeah,
same.
for
that's-
sure. But guess
and
what?
that's the only
Adam
problem.
Sandler is amazing.
Yeah,
He's just
no.
living
I'm not
his
discrediting
life.
that at all. But when somebody says, "Hey, you want to watch this movie or this movie," and they're
all the
all
same.
Adam Sandler, I'm like,
Don't care which one.
I'm like, yo, it's the
Grown-ups.
same. Yeah,
Grown-ups
right.
too.
Billy Madison. Like it's a
Yeah.
little bit different, but it's not much.
What's the
Joe.
golf one?
Happy Gilmore.
Gilmore.
Oh yeah,
Gilmore.
That one's a
Billy
little
Madison's the
different.
school
Yeah.
When
one.
he goes
that's a
back
cool
to
one.
Ace of Past, dude, that is hilarious too. When he's like,
Wasn't
Big
he in
Daddy.
Bedtime Stories?
I think he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Oh, I
Adam
was thinking
Sandler?
of Tooth Fairy for a second. I'm like, nope, that was The Rock.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I
Rock's-
used
he's
to
great
love
too.
that movie.
And the game plan.
The game plan. I was just about
We
to
used
say.
to watch that
We
movie
used to watch
all
it
the
on
time.
Disney, like when it was on TV.
The game plan always reminds me of The Blind Side, and I used to love that movie.
The Blind Side's really
a great
good.
movie.
That's
Oh
what I
my God.
It's a
mean.
really good movie.
Yeah.
See, when I want to watch a movie, I want to cry.
What's another really really good movie? I thought did you guys have to watch? What are the movies that they made you watch in school?
War
The
Horse.
Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Yeah,
Boy in the Striped
there's
Pajamas.
one. Did you have to watch Great Gatsby?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
a
I
good
actually
movie.
really
Green
like that
Light.
movie.
I had to
I
watch
read
yeah.
it, or I watched instead of read that, or I can't talk. I watched the movie instead of reading the book.
Instead of reading
I
a
read
book, yeah.
Spark Notes.
I don't know
I actually read that
if
book.
I've had to watch any yet, actually.
Any like movies at all? Like
We watched like Romeo and Juliet.
Oh yeah, we watched
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet.
Those like remakes.
Yeah. The Princess Bride.
Ooh, we don't watch-
well, yeah.
I took
That
a
one.
But that's what
class.
you were bringing up, war movies, and I've watched so many war movies from like
yeah,
history
same.
classes.
Sorry, Bryce.
Like, I know.
He wants to be included.
I
Well, I
know.
took a.
He wants to be in the video.
he kind of is.
I took a
Hello.
public
He'll be
film
in there.
class where we just watched movies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
That would be fun.
But none of the movies.
Did you ever
were
fall
great.
asleep? See,
Probably.
senior year was rough for Bryce. I had the tendency of going to school, going to sleep, or playing on my phone.
I only had half
For
days
every day.
senior year.
I couldn't
doing
have
next
my
year.
phone on me in school.
Nice.
But you got iPads.
I had an iPad, but they
Yeah.
blocked everything. They
That-
would not let you go on anything.
AJ,
You
know,
couldn't have your phone.
No, we had to either. Well, okay, in grade school we had to turn our phones into the office and put them in like a little bin.
Oh my
And then in
God.
high school, they could search your bag whenever they wanted, and if they found your phone, you'd get detention.
oh,
That
yeah.
is insane.
Did you go to school or prison?
So,
No comment.
Michaela, in the instances of an emergency, your whole school burns down.
Okay, wait, listen to this.
You call your parents,
so,
or
you
they
know,
find about
I am a
you
goody.
on the news.
Listen, I am a goody two shoes. You know me, just chilling, little freshman.
Right.
Okay, little freshman year me. I was just chilling in class, and this was before they blocked iMessage from the iPads. And I was texting my mom. I was like, "Hey, are you picking me up before lacrosse practice, or am I catching a ride with like Aaron?" And she was, and I was literally texting her that in theology class. My teacher took my iPad for the rest of the day. I couldn't do any of my work, and she gave me like a slip for detention. And I was like, I was texting my mom to see when she could pick me up,
Yeah.
and I cried.
That's
That
kind
I
of
would have
brutal.
too. That's insane.
Why, like, why
terrible.
the extra measure of security? What does that teach kids? I always think
To
about this. This was
go
part of my
to
problem in high
public
school,
school.
too. I always would dive deeper into the. I got in trouble once because I got a detention for skipping 10 minutes of class because I would get allergy shots. This is the dumbest thing ever. I get allergy shots and I'd show up late once a week, and it wouldn't be by much, but I'd miss most of class. Well, the one day I decided not to go back to class. I went to the library to finish my physics homework instead. I got a detention from that, and I argued with them. I was like, "What? This doesn't teach me anything except for next time, instead of doing homework, I should go to the last 10 minutes of class and learn nothing." And they were like, they like agreed. They were like, "Yeah."
They're like,
that's
yeah,
it.
you're right. You still
Like
have to
that-
get detention
You
though.
still got the detention.
Yeah, and they were like, "Yeah, like that's what you need to learn." And I was like, "Okay." So now I'm gonna do physics homework in detention. Thanks for that.
Thank
Like,
you.
I'm
I
getting
really needed
freed up
that
my
today.
afternoon now. Thanks.
Yeah, that's. I didn't never go to detention.
I have a lot
Oh,
of horror
man.
stories from high school. It was a rough time.
I would. Yeah, I almost got expelled.
I've never had
Me
detention
too.
in my life.
I've never had a
Me
detention.
either.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You're not
got-
out of
yeah,
school yet,
I'm a
Brian.
junior.
Hey, I've never had an absence in my life. Just saying.
Ooh, I had a lot of.
Yeah,
absences.
perfect attendance.
Perfect attendance, kindergarten through college.
Oh my god.
Except I did skip one college class. One. Count it one, and it was to work in Edinburgh.
Wow.
Mm.
I always found it funny because I never did anything like. Oh shit! Again. I never did anything like bad, like morally bad. It was just like a bunch of stupid stuff. So like to put into context, I I've been on the roof of the high school more times than you can. You know what I mean? Not doing anything bad.
Bryce.
Not doing anything bad.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was
Just
literally
chilling on
Just
the roof.
hanging
Like-
on the roof.
No, like actually, once I was on the roof, I wasn't doing it. I was
chill.
finding soccer balls. I was taking pictures of people on below. I was
So
making.
Random.
I was
Very
making
You were
videos.
people
get up
watching.
Right. Right. Oh, there's ways. But
Oh,
what?
chill, Loki.
There's probably going to be fireworks starting
But then
soon.
the one-
Oh, was that a firework movie?
The one time I remember in particular, I was.
Shut back from.
It was right before Christmas break. And I went up to one of the cameras in the ceiling and I jumped up and I hit it and I said, Happy New Year. Literally 5 minutes later, beep. Bryce Williams, can you come down to the office? I walked down there and I was like, what's up? And they're like, please do not hit the technology. We taxpayers pay for that. We
Hit
need
the
to make sure. I'm like,
technology. That's
oh
funny.
my lord. I was like, I'm so, okay, you're right. I'm so sorry.
You're right. I give up.
It was like, it was a good high five though.
I don't think
Got some good air on that.
I was just in like every club in school. So like if I was like, I don't want to go to class. Oh, you know, I have to do something for student council, and then I would just leave and go to a different room and just pretend to do stuff. And just be like, oh, I have to go do something for yearbook, and then I would just leave
The
and
way
go do nothing.
out.
Wow,
That's a
Audra.
good. I was literally president of 3
Rebel.
clubs,
Yeah.
like my junior and senior
Same.
year, and I didn't do any of that.
See?
It was all after school.
No, it's so easy. Like we would do pep assemblies, and like I was in charge of them and like emceed them and stuff. And I was like, yeah, you know, I gotta be out of class all day to like set up for the pep assembly, and I just be out of class.
What? Oh man, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, it's so
Or-
genius.
I wasn't. No, everyone knew I wasn't involved in anything.
I wasn't either, but I said, "Can I go to the guidance counselor?"
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
one. My guys-
man.
It worked.
That's why you wanted to
Did
say
you
hi.
see her today?
Yeah, it worked.
Did you?
every
Okay,
time.
so did you go
This
though?
is-
You
Yes,
went.
I went there and I talked to my guidance counselor. Well, I talked to one of the ladies that works in there.
Yeah.
Half the time. We would sit there. She'd give me food and stuff, and it was a good time.
My guidance
Dang.
counselor hated me.
Just in the middle of class, they're
Yeah,
teaching
physics,
algebra, and you're
during
like,
physics.
"Hey, yo, I gotta go see the guidance counselor."
It was during physics.
Physics sucks.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
That was
I
my
take that
least
next
favorite
year.
class in high school.
That's the only
For some
class
reason, I'm all right at
I
physics,
got to be in. I
which
was
is
very
weird because it's
disappointed.
math, and I'm sucky at math.
I hated
You know.
physics. I loved chem though.
I take AP Chem
Oh,
senior
yeah.
year.
Have fun with that.
Me too.
No, you said-
I mean, I did.
There's so many high school
I will
stories.
take it.
It's okay. It became junior year, I think.
It's they
Ryan,
alternated now.
Yeah.
I
Physics
am
and
not
chem.
impressed.
Not impressed.
guys-
What else is?
Okay, so
Not
yeah, I was
impressed.
I'm actually curious. So in your AP classes, how many kids are in there? Because Seneca's not very big.
There was like 10 in mine.
I think the honors group that I'm with, that I was with the past 2 years, I think most of them are taking AP. So I'll probably have close to 20, 25 in my AP class.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
is
know.
that
split it
I
up?
know
is it just
Then
the
it's
one?
12.
It's one. So it's kind of the whole group sticks together. Then
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
never separate.
that's
Okay, that's
kinda
where it's like different at the bigger schools.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say
they would
pretty
have, like,
much here.
Block 1, block
it's
2.
like everybody who takes an honors class is basically all in the same honors or AP class.
That's funny. See, like know each you're all just in the same
no,
class.
you just like are in
Yeah,
the
I've been
same
with the
class
same
with
people.
people for like all of the years of high
Because
school.
it's like it's
Yeah.
pretty much smart people, average people.
Yeah.
and that's
And
not a bad thing.
then-
No,
That's not a bad thing, but just like
it's
the,
very.
man.
There's a
the
big
people that
line.
have are better in school take the higher up classes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's just a small
Forever,
group. So
yeah.
then you stay with that group.
I
for
heard,
most
dude.
of high
I've
school.
heard some crazy stuff that happens at your school, man. I
When-
gotta.
like
when
what?
Haley and I were in school one time.
Oh man.
We were walking past like our commons area where like we have lunch and stuff, and we were about to walk past the door to go in, and literally a person just came flying out the door, and we were like, and we look, and this other kid's just running like they were in like a fight, and he like flew out the door, hit the lockers, and like fell on the floor. And the other kid's like running at him. Me and Haley were like, okay, gotta go, and just like ran up
That's
the
what
stairs.
I mean. Like I heard
it's insane there.
the one kid. You know Tony?
Yeah.
Dude, he'd come to work and he'd be like, "Yo, I was in the bathroom today. Couple kids pulled up. They had knives, and I almost got stabbed." I'm like, just like
What?
today at school in the bathroom.
I've never
He's
heard
like,
about that.
He's like, "Yeah, they were in the bathroom taking a door."
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was just gonna say people stole doors.
Hey,
Someone
No,
took
yeah.
out the door and shoved like the metal pole that held it up in the toilet.
I was like, "You
So-
got like class?" I was like, "You guys got
Yeah.
like class, or is it just survival
No.
mode?" Once
When
you
I was
enter-
in school, everybody was afraid to go in the boys' bathroom. Like all the boys never go to the bathroom in school. And then they actually took all the doors off of the stalls because people were stealing the doors from like.
Wow.
That's what I mean.
So when you went to
it's
go
back.
Yeah, it's back.
take
hasn't
poop in the
There were no
stall, you would just have to sit in there while people walked.
No doors because people stole them.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I mean. It's
How do you
reverted to
steal
those
a
ways.
door?
What do you need it for?
How do you get that door out of the
Dude,
building?
Are you kidding me?
Memes.
Are you kidding me right now?
Straight up memes.
Dude, that's
What
the
would you
biggest.
use that
That is
for?
the biggest like
I stole my high school's-
remembrance, bro.
I stole my
You
high school's
remember
bathroom stall
Johnny?
door.
Johnny took the door, bro.
But what do you need it
You
for?
remember that? That
Just-
was funny
Just for the
as hell.
memes.
Dude. Like
Memes.
For the
gotta
memes and the memes.
For the memes and
Memes and
memes.
memes.
some of
That's
these,
what we should title
some of these
this
kids who don't give a
podcast.
shit about learning care about that shit.
True. Bryce, that's what you need to title this podcast. For the memes and the memes.
For the memes.
Yeah,
I think
nothing
what
that-
made the whole door situation even better was after the thing got shoved in the toilet. I had heard about it, so I didn't
Yeah.
go to that bathroom. Obviously,
Yeah, it's the upstairs one, right?
no. This one
Oh,
was
it was the
downstairs
upstairs one when I was in school.
Anyway, I was eating lunch,
That's what I mean. It's
and my geometry
insane.
teacher
same
there.
culture.
walks down like the middle of the cafeteria, and we're spaced out because of COVID, so it's not like the usual setup. So we're all
that'd
there's
be
just
weird.
desks filled in the cafeteria, and you had to eat at a desk.
Is that weird?
And just up through like the first aisle of desks walks my geometry teacher, dragging this pole, dripping toilet water behind him. And he's just dragging it through the cafeteria. And I like spit out my drink. I was like, Mr. Grove, what are you doing? He's like, oh, found this in the bathroom. I was like, why are you bringing it in here? He's like, I don't know. I was trying to find someone to give it to. But he just dragged it, like
Through
slowly
the
walked through the
cafeteria.
cafeteria. And everybody's just staring at him. Just made it so much better.
Oh man. See, we had like we kind of had stupid stuff at GM. It was more like crayfish everywhere. That was like
Crayfish?
that was like our meme.
Yeah.
Oh.
They'd go up in the woods and because our cross country trail is like in a river.
Oh,
I don't know
man.
why.
Our whole school's on a swamp.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I hated playing soccer at Seneca because it was like
It's
it
a
was-
swamp.
It was either a desert and the field was like a literal dirt patch.
Yeah.
Or it was like the muddiest thing you've ever
Yeah,
seen. And I
that's
was like,
why they
oh
got the
my
turf
Lord.
because
turf
our
field now?
our school is literally built on a swamp. So when they were like, "Should we get turf?" Everybody was like, "Please get turf."
Yeah, I
Or
remember
our field's gonna sink.
we had a multimedia class, and I remember it was either me or someone else was taking video, and I was editing the video for the one class that we had, and they were taking videos of the soccer kids, and the ball would go over. I guess it's like a hill because our field, the drainage system was
Yeah.
meant to flow down, and you couldn't see the ball because it went over the hill and like onto the other side on the field.
Yeah.
While they were on the sidelines, you couldn't see the other sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the ball would just disappear, and so would the players.
yeah,
Just because the field was built like that.
yeah.
So it was,
That's
it was
what I
awful.
mean. I
And
didn't.
now
like
we have a
Seneca.
turf field. So
I didn't like
thank
playing at
God.
Northeast either. That was just as bad.
Yeah,
It was a
Northeast is
jungle.
bad.
Yeah.
It's like no. It's like, hey, can we get the field mode or something? Like,
Yeah.
but it's like up. It's like
they had
ankle high.
all the white flowers. What are those? The
Yeah, those little
Oh,
daisies.
yeah,
What are those?
yeah.
Or the dandelions
Dandelions.
too.
The,
Yeah.
both, yeah.
Yeah, everyone with like
That's why you
allergies
gotta
would
go to
always
the
hate.
private school.
Dude, the Fort LaBeouf field too. There was a beehive like in the bench.
Oh my God.
And my
no,
friend,
thank you.
my friend sat down and he's like, "Hey yo, yo!" And it's like all around him, and he starts running onto the field. And
Hey,
there's like
yo.
bees like all around him.
That
We had to
must have
like
been tough
we had to
for the
move onto
kids
the
who
grass.
played the
It was
bench.
bad.
Let's not talk about bees.
Why you don't like
I
bees?
got a rough history with those.
Oh, me too. Me too,
Really?
Ace. Dude, I was
Love to hear about it.
I was asking. I was at who was I asking? I think I asked Ricky.
Ace.
Sup, Ace?
Actually, was I talking to you that one day about bees?
We just.
I got stung. Who was I telling that I got stung like 11 separate times in the
Dude,
summer?
You think 11's bad?
No, separate times, not
Oh,
once.
I know. You think that's bad?
No, I don't.
I've probably been stung over 30 times. And this one time.
In a row.
In your life?
No, not in a row. Like, separate times. Last summer, I got stung like 4 or 5
Why?
times driving my car.
Yeah.
What?
Well, your car does.
No,
collect
I'm talking
bugs.
about 11.
Your
dude,
garden
I got
because
stung.
it smells
dude.
so good.
It
AJ.
smells so good. They're just attractive.
Where have you gotten
True.
stung
Oh,
on your
I'll
butt?
give you the worst one, right?
Oh shit!
So this
Was it
one,
in your pants?
No, this one winter.
Oh, I have a bad one
We had
too,
yellow
actually.
jackets in like our siding or whatever.
Oh no!
And you're right. It wasn't my pants.
Yeah.
So I went to put my pajama pants on.
No, I hate these stories.
Oh, no.
I sat down and I got stung right on my left butt cheek.
Yeah,
Multiple times. I sat on it.
I gotta be
and it
honest though,
hurt.
bro. I have you beat. I'm sorry. One landed on my head and I put my hat on. The top of the head
Oh.
actually hurts a lot.
Mine was in between my big toe and my second toe.
Oh, what the heck?
Yep. I just
Mine
pulled
isn't
this
a
up.
bad spot, but I
Nice
used to wear
step on.
Crocs all the time, and I was walking out barefoot. Well, Crocs, but I didn't have socks on.
Yeah.
And a bee flew through my Croc hole and got me in the hole.
Crackle.
Yeah, getting stung in between my toes are not fun. And then they were just like, none of the medicine would like stay on it because it was just in between my toes. So you're supposed to put like mud on it, and I
Mud,
would put
baking
like
powder.
You can
mud
also
in
use
between
if
my
you
toe.
have another really good trick. If it's like not in such
your
a
toe.
horrible spot.
Terrible spot to
If it's
get
like, so
stung.
say if it's on your forearm, what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get a really old penny, and they were mostly copper back then.
Oh, yeah.
And you're supposed to rub it right
makes
through the
sense.
thing, and it actually like makes it feel better and all kinds of shit. It's like good for it.
I use mud and baking
Mud.
soda powder.
Yeah,
mom would-
yeah.
My mom would always just give me a Benadryl. I'd pass out.
That's what we did
True.
for Tessie.
Yeah.
I've been,
Sleepy cheese.
Yeah, sleepy cheese.
I got bit on the stung on the face, like
Yeah.
arm,
Oh,
leg,
yeah.
Ankle.
neck.
Yeah.
I was mowing our lawn the one time and I ran over a nest of ground bees.
Yeah, that's happened to
they
me.
were not
Yeah.
happy. I got swarmed.
The other day, me and Alexis swear we saw a murder hornet like upstairs. That's why we brought Loki to the pool, because we were scared that the dog was gonna get stung and like
Yo,
die. It
Erie-
was, I kid you not, it was as big as my hand.
Okay,
And I got big
it
ears.
might not be a murder hornet. Erie's got these big old
Yeah.
something or
Yeah,
other.
but
Wasn't
you know
a
those-
murder hornet like found in like Seattle or something?
Yeah,
That's
but
still
hold
a
up,
thing?
back up. So you know the logo that Gerard has?
Yeah.
Those kind of bees exist,
Yellow
and they're
jacket.
like they go but they're bigger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
this-
weird, and they're in
this bee
Wendy's,
was
and they fly around. And like,
Oh.
oh shit!
I think we had a couple of
Then
those in
you,
the school
then you
one
try and
time.
get a large cup and like trap it.
No, I use bleach. No, I don't fuck around.
Don't go to the Wendy's bar.
I don't do. Well, obviously, if it's not, it's like over the sandwich station. I'm like,
Still don't go.
you might want to change the pickles.
Yeah, get some new mayonnaise in there.
Yeah.
Wendy's.
Yeah, good old Wendy's.
Okay, but Wendy's for us, you know. Bryce, I'm coming to get one in the morning.
Sounds good.
Those are
Nobody
really
else
good.
will be there.
I'll
Just
get a
you.
breakfast
AJ
baconator,
puts
please.
the Frosty in Chino. Did you know that?
Back in my good old prime at Wendy's, I did
You
that.
didn't even. You weren't even
Before
there
it was
for
a thing.
Yes, he was.
No.
Frosty
Oh.
He
Chino.
put the Frosty in Chino.
I did. I drank like 3 of them every Saturday.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
What the heck?
disgusting.
You weren't? Were you there for that?
Yes.
Yes.
We got breakfast like 2 years ago.
February of 2020.
Well, yeah, so he was there for a month.
I was there till March. Thank you.
Yes,
So am I.
February to March.
1 month.
The heck?
1 month.
It's
It was
happening
longer
right
than
now.
that.
Eh,
It wasn't.
4 Saturdays.
The end of March is when we shut down, so that's probably when you
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Dang.
Rip AJ.
Okay, so
And then
you're
me and
right.
Bryce
You're right.
decided to become
Rip
managers.
AJ.
I do not miss
So
that.
what?
I
And
do
me and you
remember
decided
going
to
to get
become
Wendy's
managers.
breakfast in
The day,
quarantine.
yeah, same
I
actually.
was just
We
talking-
came.
Friends and Family Day?
No,
don't think so.
we
Oh.
weren't here.
Dang it.
I went
We
to
were
the Friends and Family
gone.
Day at Edinburgh, and
you serious?
Frank was like outside, like with a sign. He's like, I was like, "Yo, what are you doing, man?" He's like, we didn't really get that many people for Friends and Family Day, so people are just coming in." And there was like people like were finding out about breakfast like
Oh
on
my-
the street coming in, and
That's
then
fine.
Allie, I think, Allie and Ricky invited us to Friends and Family
Yeah.
Day, but we
Yeah.
couldn't come.
Yeah.
It was like I was gone maybe or something. So like when it actually came out, I think we went on like the first day and got it, and Allie was
Yeah.
like, "This is what you need to get."
Yeah, I think I drank approximately like 7 Frosty Chinos that day, and I
Oh
felt like
my
death.
Lord.
They
afterwards.
are so
only because
good,
not
though.
only because I worked 12 hours, but because coffee and that Frosty.
Okay, I gotta ask, which one is better, chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
100%.
You think so?
For sure.
I don't
Chocolate.
even remember which one I had.
chocolate doesn't like mix
I was gonna-
enough.
it doesn't
Oh,
taste
okay.
good with
Easy
the
vanilla.
coffee. I
Yeah.
don't think either.
100%.
Which actually works out for us because we
Good.
sell
Good
more
to know.
vanilla chinos and then more chocolate frosties,
that makes
so it
sense. So the
balances it out.
is just perfectly balanced.
Well, this stuff matters to me because unlike
As
you, I
all
put away the
things
truck.
should be.
I don't
No, we got that
open.
one.
Yeah,
I opened today.
I don't open.
it doesn't matter.
Stayed an
I'm
hour.
surprised you don't put away truck actually because Jeremy doesn't do it either.
Yeah, I have to put it away when I'm closing.
Yeah,
14 hours
Right.
after it should have been done.
What was I gonna bring up? Oh, when I was just talking about this with our boss. I was like, when breakfast first started, I remember everyone was getting training for it, and I was like, I brought it up. I was like, hey, yo, I'm here every morning. Shouldn't I like know like the breakfast stuff? And he's like, no. I was like, no. I was like, what? What do you mean? Like, I'm gonna be here. He's like, no. I was like, what do you mean? So for like 3 months straight, I was there,
You
but I
didn't know
wasn't
how to
on
do
breakfast.
it?
I didn't know how to do anything. And then slowly but surely, I kind of picked it up.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like over the summer. By that time, I had like
Yeah.
learned the breakfast menu, and I was
really
like,
funny, actually.
thanks for because they
Yeah.
had like 3 weeks of training.
Yeah.
Of like
That you
and
could have
everything.
literally
And
just been there.
They got to listen. They got to try the sandwiches.
They got to do everything.
They got to learn
They
how
didn't give
to.
that to a lot of people.
They got to learn how to take orders. I was there every morning, 6:30 a.m. I was like, why don't I get to do this?
I want to try the sandwiches.
Today I was like, because I was the only one who knew headset and sandwiches today, so I was either
Oh,
gonna
that's
have
unfortunate.
to take the order, cash the car out, and then make the sandwiches. So I was like, Elizabeth, you want to learn sandwiches? I'm like, I'm not gonna teach you, but you can like try and learn them.
That's,
She did amazing.
it is sink or swim
Yeah.
over at the
Yeah,
Wendy's.
it really
on Randy.
was. It was pretty awesome.
Dang.
Sometimes that's the best way to learn, though.
Yeah.
Just throw
I mean,
them right in.
Yeah,
and the
true.
breakfast is like
It's
easy because it's like sausage,
different.
egg, and cheese on a biscuit, and it's
Yeah,
called a
it's not
sausage,
that
egg, and
hard,
cheese biscuit. Yeah.
Well, all right. I have another question. What's the best breakfast sandwich to get at
That's
Wendy's?
a good
None of
question.
them. I don't
None
like
of
it.
them?
You want the most popular?
Yeah,
is
yeah.
The breakfast
The number
bacon.
7.
Yeah, the breakfast bacon.
It's $4.23 after tax
for the sandwich by itself.
for the sandwich by itself.
But
What's the meal?
Wait,
I don't know because orange juice adds 70 cents and Frosty-Chino adds $1.10.
correct. If you get an orange juice, it's $7.10, and if you don't get an orange juice, it's $6.35.
Wait, what the heck? Why didn't I know that?
I know everything.
So what is the
You
sandwich?
can see who the better manager is.
Breakfast bacon.
Oh my
I'm there. Hey,
God.
in all fairness, I am there early mornings or.
Oh
yeah,
my
issues.
God.
I'm there for 25 minutes of breakfast every morning.
Makayla.
Ryan just absolutely came at Makayla's leg.
Yeah, I was
right
like,
now.
oh my gosh, Ryan, I miss you.
He woke
I
up
get
and
that.
chose violence.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for so much for hanging out with us. Now give AJ your mic and
You
You
wanna,
can go.
skadoosh.
I have a little fun.
Wait,
little
what is
game.
the sandwich? I don't even know what it was.
The breakfast baconator.
Okay.
Okay, so it comes with a premium bun, a piece of sausage, a piece of American cheese, 3 pieces of bacon, a piece of egg, a piece of American cheese, 3 more pieces of bacon, and a breakfast
6 pieces.
Swiss cheese sauce, and then a premium bun on top, and we wrapped it as hamburger.
Sounds good.
It's foul.
Okay, Bryce, what was your question?
I was just gonna
Everything's
have a
made
fun
fresh,
little game. I think I know you guys, but we're gonna find out.
Oh no.
Let's all try to come up with one thing that we don't know about each other.
Ooh.
And we can start with Ryan, or we can start with AJ. It doesn't really matter.
I might need some time to think.
I
You
know a
guys
lot
I'm
of stuff
terrible at these
that
games.
Ryan doesn't know about me. One we were talking about at the mall earlier.
But I've known her my whole life. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
what I mean. That's
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 different.
the
It's easy
challenge.
for me because the Federicis aren't here.
Yeah.
That's the challenge.
I got
Come
some.
on.
No,
I
I
don't.
still need
Well,
to-
Audra obviously knows.
I
Audra's
post
just
my
know
whole
that.
that
entire
doesn't really
life
count.
on YouTube. What am I
Yeah.
supposed to say?
All right,
No,
I'll
you got it.
start.
Come up
You
with
guys,
something. You got it.
you guys might not know. I was born almost 2 months early. I was premature.
Oh,
And
really?
I was like, I had to be in an incubator.
He was in an incubator.
for like a month of my life.
And I used to go to
Oh,
the
man.
hospital and
Yeah.
poke him through the thing.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Are you supposed to
my
do that?
lungs weren't.
Yeah, like there's like a hand hole and you can like reach in like hold the baby's hand, but I was
Yeah.
like 3 or 4.
You just poked it and
So
stuff.
I'd be like, hi,
Yeah,
Ryan.
I guess my lungs weren't
Ooh, I have a
developed
good one,
fully, so I
actually.
like couldn't breathe on my own. So
Yeah.
they had to put me in there for a while.
That's
So, yeah.
crazy,
I have
man.
2 because one of them you might know.
Okay.
I have a fake tooth.
I knew
I
that.
knew that.
Oh man.
Ricky.
Bryce didn't know that.
I didn't.
One time, me and Ryan had fish when we were younger, and I named my fish after Ryan. And Ryan's fish died before mine, and he had so much fun flushing it down the toilet that he asked to flush my fish before it died.
Yes, I
True story.
oh.
And I named it after him, and I loved it, and I
What
loved
a
Ryan.
jerk.
And Ryan was like, "That was so much fun. Can we flush Audra's fish?"
did. Because I was like, oh, my fish died.
Ryan.
Let's flush it.
She just said, I loved
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah, I did.
No,
And then
I did.
after that,
Past tense.
after that,
love
that
Ryan.
was the end.
That was the end of
Wow.
your relationship
Then
as brother and sister.
He's like,
Yep.
back up now. We can't love each other.
All right, Bryce.
I have like a boring one.
I feel like Bryce, I don't
I
know.
still
Well,
don't
yeah.
know.
I mean, I could come up with something. I met you guys 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like you would definitely have this.
I could
one.
come up with a boring one, and then I'll just come up with another one after. I guess.
Okay.
Did you know that I don't drive with shoes on?
What the heck?
No.
I never have.
Wait,
and
that's actually
Wait,
good.
I've like been in your car and
I
I've just
never have
noticed.
driven with shoes on ever.
Wait,
Wow.
not once.
Do you
Wow.
like take them off before you get in the car?
If you watch me, I'll take them off and I'll slide them under the seat every time I get in
Why?
the car.
What
What's
the
your
That
reasoning?
is
I don't.
insane.
I don't
actually.
like. I don't like the way it like.
That
it, like,
is weird.
I've
So
never
Bryce,
driven
Bob.
with shoes on ever,
Sorry.
and it's also like way
That's so
better.
strange.
I don't know. I've never done it.
Wow.
Weird.
So you're telling me
Oh, Nikki texted me.
your gas pedal and your brake
Yeah,
would be clean enough for me to lick?
probably not because my socks are fucking
Ew.
disgusting. Dude, I get out of my Wendy's shoes and then I just put them. Yeah.
Oh, Oh,
Those
that is
are
foul.
I
Yeah.
take that one back.
Those are pretty
Yeah.
good.
Okay, that was a Bryce. You don't even need to come up with another
Yeah,
one. That
honestly, that was
so
pretty
good.
impressive. I'm like trying to think, but AJ really knows so much.
That doesn't count either.
Yeah.
For a year and a half in high school, I feel like I told you guys this. I was researching nunneries to become a nun.
Oh, you did
Wait,
tell me that.
really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I was
I
like,
knew
really?
that one.
Dang it! I don't know anything.
Are you
else.
serious, Makayla? Or you were
Yes,
actually thinking
I
about?
was actually thinking about becoming a nun. Like I was gonna join the Sisters of Life.
You said sophomore year. When was this?
Junior year.
I knew that.
I knew that actually.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You may have told
We
me,
like
but I don't
literally
remember
just
that.
talked about that.
Yeah,
like
that's what
recently.
I couldn't remember who was here for that,
Yeah.
so I was like, maybe
What was the? That's an interesting. What was the deciding factor
Yeah,
to
that's
not
still
pursue?
good
the
I want to
nun?
have babies.
That makes sense.
though. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That
but
actually
I was
does.
like gonna join like the Sisters of Life because like
Yeah.
pro-life and all that stuff. So I was like, oh, I should do this. But then I was like, I kind of want my own babies, you know.
Yeah.
Can want
That's
my own
good.
babies. We know.
All right, AJ.
I'm thinking. All right.
It's got to be something nobody knows.
I already know it. Don't even try.
In his headphones, just give him.
All right. So one
whole-
time on Christmas, I was like 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and we got this tent, right?
Yeah.
So my dad set it up right in front of this bookshelf, and me and my brother were wrestling, and we dove in head first, and I cracked my head open. I had to get stitches and staples on Christmas.
Oh my god.
When you were like 4.
It was
2, 3, 4, 5.
they had to hold me down.
Big age.
I was 1 through 5.
I still have a scar from it.
That's awful.
Oh my
man.
god.
They gave me staples. Imagine holding like a 4-year-old baby down. putting
Trying to give
staples in
them
her head.
staples. Yeah, that's insane.
I have something you might not know about my dad that story just reminded me of. Wait, but it's actually a
Trash
really good
injury.
story.
I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
When you get injured at a young, when they thought I had internal bleeding when I fell off my scooter, they
I'm so sorry that I just laughed.
awful.
you're good.
The way that you just said that.
It
They
escalated
thought I
really
had
quickly.
internal
Yeah.
bleeding when I fell off my scooter.
They were checking. I still have a scar on my hip too, but they missed the IV, and I was only 11, and they missed my
Oh
vein.
my god.
You could see it poking. They missed both bones. I won't get too graphic, but they missed both the bones, and it went through the other side, and my skin was like this. I freaked out.
I'm like lightheaded.
I freaked out, and
Dang.
and this is after, you know what I mean? I'm already injured.
Yeah.
You're shitting me. This is like the
Already.
time.
Already in panic mode and
I
now.
was
honestly.
like, and then I look at my
Dang.
arm, and I'm like, Anyway,
Well, now that you say,
Our mother is calling.
Oh, Nikki's calling.
but now that you talk about IVs, right?
Oh,
Bryce?
she called me. Tell her we're doing a podcast.
yeah.
So now that you bring up
I
IVs,
thought you were watching Loki.
Chris and me.
so like, it was 2 Christmases ago.
Why is everything happening on Christmas?
The day after Christmas.
Old Saint Nick likes some
I
mess.
got my
with you,
wisdom
bro.
teeth out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm
Why
like,
would
I
you do that
walk
to
in.
yourself?
It wasn't my choice. It was
Yeah.
like over my Christmas break, I had to get them out.
That's a good. Yeah, my
like-
sister did that.
I'm walking in there all loopy and everything. Get back there, and I wake up in the
Are
middle of
they
my
here?
surgery.
Who?
My parents.
I woke up.
I think they are.
All right. Thanks for joining us on that episode of Little Grain of
yeah.
Bryce.
Grain of Bryce.
We'll cut it up. Sorry.
I guess I didn't want to
Hey,
finish the story,
We'll
but
have to have another episode.
No,
with
go
AJ.
AJ, go.
No, it's okay. We can end it now.
Okay.
This is what I mean. 43 minutes
Wow.
went by.
it was more
No.
than that.
Bye.